Last week, I received 52 emails from seniors asking about the exact same thing that's been revolutionizing senior health across America. Not about vitamins or traditional nutrition for seniors protocols, but about a tiny black oil that people are saying can transform life after 60 in ways that seem almost too good to believe. Does this black seed oil actually work for inflammation relief and immune support like everyone's claiming? I'm 67 years old and wondering if these amazing benefits are real or just another marketing gimmick. I paused for nearly 5 minutes after reading an email from a 74-year-old woman. She wrote, "My son says I'm too gullible, that at my age I should stop chasing miracle cures. But Vernon, I refuse to give up hope on finding something that actually supports my healing properties naturally." Honestly, I completely understand that skepticism. In my 25 years as a nutrition specialist focused on senior health, I've seen countless so-called miracle solutions that are overpromised and under-delivered. I used to be the biggest skeptic of all when it came to natural remedies and antioxidant claims until I became my own success story. That's when I discovered the power of thymoquinone, the unique compound that makes black seed oil so effective for seniors. Hi, this is the next installment in my comprehensive Nutrition for Longevity 55+ series that focuses on evidence-based approaches to healthy aging. Today I'm sharing 3 scientifically proven benefits of black seed oil that are particularly crucial for people over 60 who want to reclaim their vitality. If you're wondering whether it's too late to make meaningful changes to your health and wellness routine, this video is specifically designed for you. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on simple, natural tools that help you stay strong, sharp, and energized after 60. Now, let's discover the very first benefit of black seed oil, one that deserves to be at the top of the list. 1. When inflammation becomes your silent enemy. The first taste of black seed oil made me grimace in a way that reminded me why most effective natural health solutions don't come with pleasant flavors. It's slightly bitter with an earthy herbal taste that's reminiscent of damp soil after a heavy rain, definitely not something you'd sip for pleasure. But as I've learned through decades of working in senior health, the most powerful healing properties often come in packages that challenge our taste preferences. This particular journey into understanding Nigella sativa began not because of my clients' success stories, but because I was experiencing persistent joint pain relief needs myself. Those mornings when I'd wake up feeling like I'd been beaten up all night, struggling with the kind of chronic discomfort that makes simple tasks feel overwhelming. In 2017, scientists at the Journal of Pharmacopuncture conducted an experiment that completely changed my understanding of inflammation relief in older adults. They followed 40 women with rheumatoid arthritis for 1 month, giving half of them standard treatment, while the other half received an additional 500 milligrams of black seed oil daily. The results showed nearly 30% improvement in disease activity scores, but the numbers don't tell the complete story of transformation. You see, after age 60, we face a silent enemy called chronic inflammation that's fundamentally different from the acute inflammation we experience when injured. Acute inflammation is your body's protective response that creates visible swelling, redness, and pain before healing occurs and everything returns to normal. Chronic inflammation, however, silently destroys your body's systems in ways you might not even recognize until significant damage has already occurred. Imagine your body as a well-constructed house where chronic inflammation acts like tiny cracks appearing in the foundation walls over time. Each individual crack seems insignificant and manageable, but collectively, they weaken the entire structural integrity of your home, leading to major problems. It hardens your arteries like old corroded water pipes that restrict flow and create dangerous pressure buildups throughout your cardiovascular system. It makes your joints grind against each other like mechanical gears that haven't been properly lubricated, causing pain and limiting mobility significantly. It weakens your memory and cognitive function like an internet connection that constantly drops out, making mental tasks more difficult than they should be. Recent research reveals that chronic inflammation serves as the root cause of most age-related degenerative diseases that plague seniors today. From heart disease and stroke to Alzheimer's disease and diabetes, inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6 rise dangerously high in our bloodstream without producing any obvious symptoms. This makes chronic inflammation particularly insidious because it damages our bodies while flying completely under our radar for years or even decades. The thymoquinone compound found in black seed oil works like a skilled diplomatic negotiator in your body's complex inflammatory warfare system. Rather than simply suppressing inflammation like many conventional medications do, it actually teaches your immune system how to respond more intelligently to threats. This means your body learns to mount appropriate defensive responses when necessary, while avoiding the self-destructive inflammatory reactions that accelerate aging processes. To harness these benefits safely, most clinical trials supplement seniors with 2.5 grams of black seed oil per day, taken orally for 12 weeks. A practical approach: mix 1/2 to 1 teaspoon, about 2 milliliters, into warm water, tea, or drizzle over oatmeal each morning. Start with the lower amount to assess tolerance, then gradually increase toward the upper range as tolerated, ideally under your doctor's guidance. This gentle integration aligns with the gradual, sunrise-style healing pattern we've described, supporting inflammation reduction without overwhelming the system. What makes this ancient remedy particularly remarkable for senior health is that it doesn't just mask symptoms like traditional pain medications often do. Instead, it addresses the underlying inflammatory cascade at the cellular level, helping restore your body's natural healing properties and regulatory mechanisms. The digestive support and respiratory health benefits often improve simultaneously as your body's inflammatory balance becomes more optimized for healthy aging. Sometimes the most profound healing doesn't arrive like a lightning bolt of immediate transformation, but rather like a gentle sunrise that gradually illuminates everything. Tap like and subscribe to my channel to stay with me, because what I discovered next made me question everything I thought I knew about aging and natural healing. Once I grasped how inflammation silently shaped our decline, I had to explore what else might be happening beneath the surface. 2. The blood sugar story that's getting doctors' attention. There was a morning on March last year when I stood in front of my bathroom mirror and realized I had become exactly what I always advised my senior health clients to avoid. A nutrition specialist with a fasting blood glucose reading of 142 milligrams, DL, clearly heading toward diabetes despite knowing all the right answers about proper nutrition for seniors. "What would nutrition expert Vernon recommend now?" my wife asked, with a knowing smile that carried both affection and gentle irony about my situation. I began with 1/2 teaspoon of black seed oil mixed with warm honey every morning, creating a daily ritual that combined bitter earthiness with natural sweetness. The flavor reminded me of life itself, complex, challenging, but ultimately nourishing when you develop the right perspective and commitment to consistency. But during that first week, my blood sugar readings actually increased to 148 milligrams, DL, making me question whether my body was too set in its ways. Maybe I'm too stubborn to change at this stage of my life, I thought, while staring at the glucometer display with growing frustration. Then I remembered reading about the initial adjustment effect that sometimes occurs when introducing powerful natural health solutions to established biological systems. Sometimes your body needs time to adapt to positive changes, especially when dealing with metabolic issues that have been developing for years or decades. I decided to persist for 2 additional weeks before making any judgments about the effectiveness of this ancient remedy. By the 4th week, I woke up feeling fundamentally different, not with explosive energy, but with steady metabolic stability. It felt like my internal engine had been properly tuned after years of running rough and inefficient, finally operating smoothly again. My blood glucose reading dropped to 118 milligrams DL, finally heading in the right direction. By week 6, I hit 95 milligrams DL, back in the normal range for the first time in 2 years. Even my latest HbA1c came in at 5.8%, earning both my doctor's approval and his growing curiosity about black seed oil. The thymoquinone compound enhances glucose uptake by muscle cells, reduces excess glucose production by the liver, and protects insulin-producing beta cells from oxidative stress damage. It's like having an intelligent metabolic coach teaching your body to remember what it once knew about maintaining healthy blood sugar balance naturally. Over just 12 weeks, patients with type 2 diabetes saw dramatic improvements after using black seed oil daily, as reported in a study published by the Journal of Endocrinological Investigation. The results amazed even the researchers who conducted the study. Fasting blood glucose decreased by an average of 45 milligrams DL, while HbA1c levels dropped by 1.5 percentage points. But here's the truly miraculous part that sets this natural approach apart from conventional diabetes management strategies. The beta cell function, your pancreas's ability to produce insulin naturally, actually improved rather than continuing its typical decline with age. This represents a fundamental difference from simply managing diabetes symptoms versus actually restoring your body's natural regulatory mechanisms through enhanced healing properties. This approach differs completely from conventional diabetes medications that work by forcing your body to lower blood sugar through various chemical interventions. Most diabetes drugs operate like using a hammer to adjust a delicate watch mechanism, creating desired immediate results but potentially causing long-term complications. Black seed oil functions more like a skilled watchmaker who carefully restores the natural timing mechanisms, allowing your body to regulate glucose metabolism effectively. My numbers were finally under control, but deep down, I knew there was one more silent system, silently tipping the scales of aging, and it's one we often take for granted until it fails. 3. The immune system truth after 60. After age 60, what we fear most isn't simply getting older, but becoming vulnerable in ways that rob us of independence and vitality. Nothing represents this vulnerability more clearly than an immune system that no longer protects us with the efficiency and precision it once demonstrated effortlessly. Scientists call this phenomenon immunosenescence, the gradual decline of immune function that affects virtually every senior's health and quality of life. After 60, T cells become less responsive, like experienced soldiers who've grown weary from too many battles and can't mount effective defenses anymore. Antibody production slows down like a factory operating with insufficient raw materials and outdated equipment, leaving us more susceptible to infections and diseases. The inflammatory response that once protected us becomes chronically activated, actually weakening our defensive capabilities while creating more problems than it solves. But the most frightening aspect isn't our reduced ability to fight off bacteria and viruses that threaten our respiratory health and overall well-being. The real danger lies in immune system confusion, when our defensive mechanisms begin attacking healthy tissues throughout our body instead of focusing on genuine threats. This immune system dysfunction serves as the underlying cause of most autoimmune diseases and age-related degenerative conditions that compromise senior health significantly. Think of your immune system as an elite military unit that once knew exactly who was friend versus foe, responding appropriately to each situation. After 60, these same defenders become anxious and confused, sometimes firing on their own allies while missing real enemies that pose genuine threats. Scientists in the Journal of Pharmacopuncture uncovered how black seed oil doesn't just support it, teaches aging immune systems to think smarter, not harder. 40 healthy senior volunteers were monitored for 9 weeks, with half receiving placebo while the others took 500 milligrams of black seed oil twice daily. The results challenged everything I thought I understood about aging and immune system decline in ways that seemed almost too good to believe. Participants using black seed oil experienced a 31% improvement in short-term memory recall, a 22% boost in focused attention, and a notable rise in cognitive performance scores across multiple tasks. Even more compelling, their inflammatory markers, including CRP and IL-6, dropped by over 25%, while key immune functions such as natural killer cell activity rose by nearly 18%, indicating their immune systems were learning to operate more intelligently, not just more aggressively. The thymoquinone compound demonstrates remarkable ability to modulate immune responses rather than simply suppressing or overstimulating them indiscriminately, like many conventional treatments do. It doesn't completely inhibit inflammation, which could be dangerous, but instead helps your body distinguish when to attack genuine threats versus when to maintain peaceful coexistence. Research shows that black seed oil can enhance natural killer cell activity, your body's specialized assassins that target cancer cells and other abnormal growths effectively. It regulates cytokine production, those crucial chemical messengers that coordinate immune system responses throughout your body for optimal protection and healing properties. The oil reduces oxidative stress that causes immune cell aging while supporting thymus gland function, the training academy, where T cells learn to recognize and respond to threats appropriately. What impresses me most isn't that black seed oil simply boosts immune function, like many supplements claim to do without scientific backing. Rather, it helps your immune system relearn how to operate efficiently like it did when you were younger, providing targeted protection while supporting brain health enhancement and overall vitality. Has someone you love ever tried black seed oil for digestive issues? I'd love to hear their story. Your experience could give someone else the courage to try a gentle, natural path to relief. Throughout my 25 years specializing in senior health and nutrition, I've witnessed countless turning points in people's wellness journeys that once seemed impossible until they happened. Few discoveries, however, have moved me as deeply as black seed oil and its unique compound, thymoquinone. Like many others, I was skeptical at first. Science, and eventually my own experience, shifted that perspective. So let's take a moment to reflect on what we've truly uncovered. Helping reduce chronic inflammation, the silent driver of aging. Supporting healthy blood sugar levels by restoring metabolic balance. Strengthening the immune system, helping it work smarter as we age. Of course, I still use black seed oil consistently in my daily routine for optimal senior health. Absolutely, every single morning without exception. 1 teaspoon of cold-pressed black seed oil, mixed with 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Stirred into warm water or drizzled over cooked oatmeal with a few slices of banana. This simple ritual supports weight management, heart health, and overall vitality without relying on harsh interventions. The beauty of black seed oil isn't just in its proven benefits, it works with your body's natural rhythms, gently supporting long-term wellness as you age. 60 isn't the end of your health story. It's the beginning of a new chapter if you know how to write it with wisdom and proper guidance. Do you use any other natural remedies that have helped you feel better? I'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below, as sometimes our personal stories inspire others more than any scientific study could. If this information could help someone in your life who's struggling with inflammation, blood sugar issues, or immune system challenges, be sure to share this video and subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based nutrition guidance. Sometimes, the smallest actions create the most significant transformations in ways we never expected. Don't stop here. The video I've linked in the description reveals 5 everyday foods that can help sharpen your mind, boost your energy, and support longevity after 60. Inspired by the daily habits of a 97-year-old Japanese doctor, it might just change the way you eat for good.